they had to be happy because they actually had a rating of people that they kept through the program, right? What are the final numbers on this?
I'm looking for the quarterly breakdowns. I don't have them in front of me right now, but for this week's show, AEW averaged 1,175,000 viewers.
And that's an average. That's not what they see. I originally saw 1.2 million as they started out with that last week, but that was the average over the whole show. Not that they started with all the Big Bang's viewers and then lost 35% or whatever, like they are 40% like they did last week, but they actually kept enough of them to have an average of over 1 million people, which is what, the first time in a year?
I have the breakdowns here now, finally. I believe it's the first time since September of last year, so exactly 1 year. Quarter one, Moxley versus Sammy. And I believe this is from, let me give credit where it is due, I believe this is from Brandon Thurston of WrestleNomics posted this. John Moxley versus Sammy did 1,198,000 viewers. The end of that segment with MJF and Stokely's promo, 1,186,000 viewers, a drop of 12,000. The end of that promo, and then the Jungle Boy promo and match, was up 2,000 to 1,188,000 viewers. The final quarter of the first hour, which is the end of the Jungle Boy match, the Hook video, Luigi's promo, Ethan Page and Danhausen's segment, Darby Allin's video, Matt Hardy's promo, Powerhouse Hobbs' squash.
Good Lord!
And Ricky Starks attacking Hobbs did 1,187,000 viewers, down 1,000. So that's the first hour. Hour two opened up with Death Triangle's promo, and then the tag title match. 1,210,000 viewers, up 23,000.
At the top of the hour, they actually, for the first time maybe ever, or certainly in a while, they picked up people at the top of the hour that had quit watching whatever they watched from 8 to 9.
Well, here's another part of the story. Quarter six, Toni Storm and Athena versus Britt Baker and Serena Deeb. 1,086,000 viewers. It lost 124,000 viewers. That's the big loser of the night.
Yeah.
Next segment, Mark Sterling promo, Danielson versus Jericho, segment 1. That did 1,156,000 viewers. So that was up 70,000. And then the final segment, which is the final part of the match, 1,188,000 viewers, up another 32,000.
Pretty much right back where they started from for the first time in a long time. Because they had a main event, and the stuff was sprinkled through the show. I am gobsmacked. I would have turned off the show for Luigi and Danhausen and all that job guy foolishness long before I would have turned it off for the girls' match. So I'm amazed, and they should consider themselves lucky that wasn't a turnoff. But now here's the thing. You've lost Punk, and you've lost the Buckaroos, and you've lost Twinkle Toes for the time being. But if you sprinkle your names throughout the program from start to finish, not the ones you think are names because the goddamn, the faithful think, oh, Daniel Garcia is the second coming of Jack Briscoe. Yeah, fuck you. Not the handful of people that Tony has got for a fan base that will take anything that he feeds them, but normal people that make the difference in these numbers. They want to see stars in main events, in the main event spot on the television show. Danielson, Jericho, Moxley, MJF. That's what, and that's what's going to carry them until they get their suspended folks back, if they do. And then, honestly, they ought to be contemplating that they're going to carry him besides Punk, because what number has Twinkle Toes done? He came back and they lost 200,000 people when he hadn't been on the show for 9 months. And the Bucks, it's the same thing every time. And it's insufferable. And it's nothing new. And just, they're not doing numbers of 1 million people. There aren't 1 million people that are into that horse shit. That's why it's called indie wrestling. So they get Punk back, they got Punk, they got MJF, they got Moxley, they got Jericho, and they got Danielson. that it is proven that people will watch. And then all they have to do is put some younger, aspiring, upcoming talent that people want to watch, the Hobbses and the Starkses and the Wardlows and those types of people, along with the guys that can work with anybody in any situation and win or lose, like FTRs or Lethals, and they got something going on. But he can't help himself from giving the wink and the nod to the fans of the childish bullshit that causes them to bring on the pizza guy and the fucking bank robber and the other clown and the fucking cursor and all this other horse shit that nobody wants to see except the small group of people that will take anything that this elite pushes down their throat because they're so wound up over them. And the comedy wrestling fans will take anything, and you can't run them off. So you've already got them. What you're doing by feeding them to their worst instincts instead of their better angels is you make the rest of your program look so stupid that normal wrestling fans don't want to watch it because it's a clown show. So he's got numbers in front of him. He's a statistics guy. They watch stars in serious matches. They don't watch fucking rotten green wrestlers in clown shows.
Yeah, the three things we've now seen the last several weeks that have driven away viewers are main events with guys who aren't ready for main events, the women's division, and the trios division.
Yeah.
Right, because those have been in the main event spots. We saw what happened this week with Danielson and Jericho, who, again, two of the bigger stars in the company. But you would think Omega's a big star in the company, and the Young Bucks are big stars in the company. We know Garcia and Yuta are not ready, and I don't know why they did that to them last week. But the women's division, the trios division, and guys who aren't ready for the main events drive away viewers. Guys who are main eventers make people stay for the main event.
That's amazing. I would have never thought of that.